It's been quite some time since the Beef Boss and Tomato Head were enemies. They put their differences aside when Retail Row returned, with the Horde of the Undead. Tomato Head and Beef Boss tried to save their employees and give themselves strength and numbers. Tomato Head and Beef Boss both looked at each other when it happened. When the hordes hit Retail Row, they looked at each other atop from their restaurants. The hordes descended on both of them. They both realized something. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Tomato Head shoots a zombie right before Beef Boss was about to be eaten. Tomato Head gloated and was almost eaten himself, only to be saved by Beef Boss. They've been working together ever since. They even found an abandoned battle bus and refitted it with extra shielding to protect them from the hordes. They also added a lit open sign to let the zombies know they'd be serving them now. They had a shared goal. They wanted to return Retail Row to its rightful state. Then they could go back to being rivals. But until then it was the zombie apocalypse and they needed each other to fend off the hordes. They were patrolling Retail Row killing the newest batches of zombies. That's when they saw Little Whip in trouble at the grocery store. They tried to save him, they tried to get to him in time, but they were too late. He was only sprinkles when they arrived. The people of Fortnite left retail to rot. Places were reverting all over and nothing was safe. Everyone was just looking out for themselves. Tomato Head and Beef Boss changed over the weeks of the zombie onslaught, adapting new names, Hot House and Gut Bomb. After all, this was no longer Retail Row and they were no longer themselves. They saw another familiar face, and this time it was holding its own. It was the Tender Defender. Gut Bomb and Hot House rushed to save him before he became an 8-piece. They made it in time. Tender Defender was defending. And with that, the three took up arms together. They understood that in order to save Retail Row, they would need to destroy the purple crystals. That was where the zombies were coming from. They took their modded battle bus and started driving through the crystals one by one, destroying them each. The zombies were flooding into the city to protect their hives. When every last one was destroyed, they knew they had one final objective: to eliminate the zombies that are left, and there were hundreds. The Chicken Defender punched the gas on the battle bus and drove through a good portion of them. Gut Bomb gets out and starts shooting them with an AK. Hot House gets on top of the battle bus and starts shooting a grenade launcher. They were fighting for their lives and for Retail Row's future. Chicken Defender was in trouble and a zombie grabbed him through the glass as he was driving. The bus crashed into a shop. Gut Bomb started to shoot around the bus, protecting the two who were hurt from the crash. Hot House makes it out but sees that the Chicken Defender is getting eaten alive. It's too late for him. He decides that he can still help Gut Bomb, and together they face the Horde. After thousands of rounds of ammo, the battle was won. The costs were great, but hopefully one day Retail Row can return. I just hope that there are leftovers.